Hello and welcome to the Careers Plus team session on LinkedIn. So, the aims of today is to support you in understanding how LinkedIn can help develop your networking skills, contacts, and learn more about your chosen industry. To identify what makes a successful profile and how you can develop your own profile. To explore various tools to help you plan your careers and look at how successful people have reached their goals. So from this slide, you can see how widely LinkedIn is used across the whole world. And these numbers are only increasing daily, if not hourly. Whether you want to work in the UK or abroad, LinkedIn is the way to build your network in all areas to be able to reach out and showcase your talent. This also shows how much research you can do from one platform to show how your chosen industry is progressing in all areas of the world, which will come in really useful to plan your next steps and also to use your knowledge in interviews and general discussion with other experts in your field. So here are a few statistics to show how employers are screening for job applications. This basically overall shows from social networks and social platforms what importance and impact this could have on your applications. So 91% of employers confirmed that they use social networking sites to screen prospective employees. This shows why it's really important to make sure all of your social media content is kept as professional as possible. Otherwise, this could be the difference between you being offered a job or not. The employers were asked which social networks they use to screen candidates. 76%, which is a huge amount, used Facebook, 53% used Twitter, and 48% used LinkedIn. As I said previously, this shows the importance of keeping on top of your social networking sites, including if friends tag you into posts, which may not represent yourself, but obviously an employer will only see that you were included in that post. 47% of employers start screening prospective candidates' social media after receiving the application, and this decreases down to 4% who screen just before making the offer, which is quite a scary percentage. So you could do all the hard work and make it through the whole application and interview process to the point that the employer is really happy with everything that they've seen about you, and then they look at your social media. So they're just about to offer you the position, and then you could be let down by one or two posts, which may be from way in the past, which if they've searched that far back, which you had forgotten about, and all because of those posts, your application would be unsuccessful. So all the hours and time that you've put into that application could be wasted purely from one post that was years old. It's really important to keep on top of all of your social media pages. A huge 69% of employers confirm that they have rejected a candidate because of what they say they saw about them on social media. Some examples of the reasons they have rejected a candidate are, with the largest percentage at 13%, was that the employer had found out the candidate had lied about their qualifications. It's really important to not lie on your CV, on any application at all about qualifications, because it will come back and haunt you. So with a couple of the other percentages, there's with 11% were rejected due to posting inappropriate comments and photos. A further 11% were also rejected due to poor communication skills or posting negative comments about previous employers. Now, when they're saying about communication skills, I'm pretty sure when we're posting, and this includes myself, when we're posting on social media, you're not always thinking about the correct grammar and spelling and so on, especially if it's something about something personal in your life, that's something you've done at the weekend. But that can come back and haunt you. So it's really important to make sure, because these are live profiles, that anybody can access them unless you've got them completely locked down. Okay, the last few stats from the screening with social networks. So that's the scary aspect of what impact social media can have, but there are also positives. This is the most important thing. So this is how to use your social media, not just LinkedIn, all of your social media, to have a positive impact on your future career. So 68% of employers confirmed that they have hired a candidate because of what they saw on social media, and some of the reasons why are it gave a positive impression of their personality and that they fit into the organisation. Candidate received awards and good references. Now, when we say about references, this is where LinkedIn can have a massive positive impact on your job application, as long as you keep it up to date. It showed that the candidate to be a well-rounded individual who could fit into the organisation. So they're some of the real positives that employers have seen on social media, and they can have that impact on the potential of you getting that position. So where possible, using LinkedIn, but also thinking about on your more private pages, these different things and how you can make it as positive as you can. So LinkedIn, what, why, and how. It's your CV that never sleeps, which is why it's so important to set it up with as much information as possible to start with and to keep it up to date. Basically, the best way I would say from starting a LinkedIn account is to make sure your CV is up to date first, because the information that's in your CV will automatically fit into your LinkedIn account. We will happily have a look at your CV so we can provide feedback on that. And when you've got that information, you can put it into LinkedIn, but you can also expand on it within LinkedIn because you're not cut down to those 2 pages like a CV is. So you can put further information in there. So I would definitely suggest contacting the careers team. I'll explain later how you can either book an appointment or send it through to us via email. And then once you've got your CV up to date, make sure you get your LinkedIn account up to date. But make sure you put a reasonable amount of time to be able to complete your LinkedIn profile. Because as soon as you set it up, it is live. So you want to make sure all the information is there and it's providing as a positive impression of yourself as possible. So your LinkedIn account keeps an up-to-date list of your contacts, your networks, so you can see what others within your industry are currently working on or any big projects that they have completed recently. This is really important when it comes down to interviews and just general conversations. So if you go to a careers fair, for example, when you're talking to one of the companies, you can actually have a real positive impact again, just talking about relevant projects within the industry and maybe how it impacts on their company and so on. It's important to follow companies and businesses within your industry so you can keep up to date with industry developments, especially if you're going for an interview, as I just previously stated. It's an easy way of getting your name known. You can do this by posting relevant things that you are doing within the industry. This could be from attending a careers fair to completing a project or receiving an award. So do think about maybe some of the modules that you're doing. If any of these modules have a specific project which is actually going to have a positive impact on the industry, or it showcases some of your skill sets and how well you've done, then post about it, explain about it, talk about what you've done. Or if you've set up a society, or if you've got a team of friends maybe who are setting up a different support mechanisms for others on the course. Little things like that can go a long way. So do showcase these on LinkedIn. So it's also a great way to be able to follow career routes of successful people and to learn what skills are key in your field. So this is all about doing your research. I'll talk about further about building your networks, but it's really important to do this so that you can actually find out how people have got to the jobs that they are in now. So just a few uh, hints and tips of what to make sure that you do include in your LinkedIn profile. So all of these will have a big impact on your profile and hopefully make it stand out. So make sure to start with you include a photo. When we say a photo, the best way to describe this is probably a passport photo but with a smile on your face. Do try to make it so it's a smart professional photo, maybe wearing a shirt or equivalent blouse, or just something a smart wear, smart attire. And preferably on a plain background. So basically, research has found that profiles are more trusted when they contain a photo. This will really help when you're trying to connect with others who you don't know personally. It's also important to include a professional introduction message to anybody you would like to connect to. So, next is including relevant keywords. Make sure you do include these keywords within your profile and throughout your LinkedIn page. This will make you stand out from the rest, and when potential employers are searching, they will use these keywords, so you should appear in their searches. Also include what you are currently searching for, e.g. placement. So if employers are looking for people who are looking for a placement, they'll be putting that word in, and your name should hopefully, within the industry that you're searching for, you should hopefully appear in their searches, and then maybe communication can start. It's really important to edit your headline. As a default, the headline is set to your current job title, which may not be beneficial if this is your current part-time job. So it's important to edit this to show what course you are currently studying and further information and keywords, e.g. what you are looking for or if you've got any relevant experience. It's really important to showcase this once again, as we said about the searches, but also when you appear in somebody's search, they will only see, as you can see on here, the name and then the educational developer in higher ed, researching the use of social media in higher education. That's really good. Straight away, you can find out a little bit more about the person. But that's all the information you're going to see and a picture. So it's important you think about that. So if it's got in here that you're working at, I don't know, a retail outlet, it's not really showing that you're actually going into the area of industry that you're currently studying. So it's important to put what you are studying. Very basic, but the majority of people aren't aware that you can actually edit your LinkedIn URL. You can do this by going into your profile page, and it's towards the top right hand side, and it's got edit URL. It's important to do this so you can delete the random numbers and letters that appear after your name in your URL. This will tidy it up and make it look more professional when you're including this on your CV or other applications. Also, this can help if an employer has a hard copy of your CV, so they don't have to type additional figures in. Anything to make a potential employer's job easier is a benefit to you. It's all about saving them time to find out the information about you. Really, really, really important to add your skills to your profile. So with your skills, in your CV, we generally talk about the more technical skills that you would include in a technical skills section. And then we'd say to highlight your soft transferable skills like communication skills, time management, and so on within your previous work experience, if you have any, or other projects you've been working on. But with LinkedIn in the skills section, I highly recommend that you include your soft and technical skills. This way your connections can endorse you for all of the skills that you hold. There is no harm in requesting a connection to endorse you for a skill if you have just completed some work and they have witnessed this using these skills within that. So that can include your presentation skills. So do ask your friends on your course, do ask academics if you're connected with them to endorse you for those skill sets, especially if you're doing really well. Endorsements are like a very quick minor reference to say that somebody agrees that you've got those skills. So anything that's evidencing your skill sets is a massive bonus. So ask for recommendations. This isn't different to endorsements. So this is when somebody can actually recommend you for varied reasons. So there's no harm in requesting others to provide you with recommendations. These can be really beneficial to your profile. It is similar to an online reference that is permanently on your record. So do request people to do this. One way of doing that is actually providing recommendations for others, and then hopefully they can repay the favour. But obviously these have to be accurate. So as I briefly said about earlier, making connections. At the end of the day, your LinkedIn profile, however good, without the right connections, it's not going to help you progress as far as you deserve to for the effort you've put in. So one of the main reasons to have a LinkedIn profile is to build on your network. You never know when one member of your network will make that difference for you. It really could make that much difference. To build your network, start by connecting with your current and previous work colleagues, other students on your course, academics, and ourselves, the Careers Plus team. From here, you will start to develop relevant second and third degree connections, which can ultimately increase your network, and you can expand on your first connections. There is an advanced people search, so you can drill down into company, university, and group members' details to actually help you and support you in building those connections. And the most relevant to you will have the most effect. I will talk about the alumni tool shortly, which is another option in expanding your network, and it is something that I highly recommend that you do for all plus points with your research and building your network. Another option you have is joining relevant groups. I would highly recommend this once again. So you can engage in discussion and topics, and also you may be able to answer questions which will only boost your profile, especially if these are the key technical questions within your area of interest. You could also start your own group. If there is something specific you're interested in and you haven't found a group that covers this, maybe start your own. Obviously, then you will that will be on your profile, and potential employers can see that you've taken that tool and gained the most out of it and started these discussions. So it shows your interests and your passion for the area of industry, which is all beneficial. Okay, so as I briefly said earlier, the alumni tool. So I cannot express how important and useful the alumni tool is. You can access this by going onto the BCU LinkedIn page and clicking on the alumni tool on the left-hand side, highlighted in the picture here. As you can see, there are currently nearly 100,000 alumni on LinkedIn from BCU. From here, you can search down into your course area. This is where it really gets important. So you can search down when you put your course area, whether it's computer science or another course, into here. The amount of the alumni will come down to the amount of alumni from that course. Once you have filtered down to your course, if you scroll down the page, you'll be able to see the details of all the alumni, including where they currently work. So you can see here, this states where they work. And if you do scroll down, obviously on LinkedIn, not the picture, you can see where they live, if that is important to you as well. And then further down the page, there is actually, it will appear with the people that are there. This is a great opportunity to build your network by searching for alumni who are currently working for a particular company you may be interested in finding more out about. You can then send them a connection request with a message introducing yourself and explaining why you would like to connect or even a specific question if you wish. The alumni have previously sat where you're sat now, so are fully aware of your current situation and generally are more than happy to help. So don't be afraid to reach out to them. It's amazing what they can do. So there are also useful guides for students on LinkedIn. So the link is here. So please do follow that. And I would highly recommend that you have a look. There's other hints and tips and further information on there for you. So overall, LinkedIn is a great way for your careers planning. You can do the following. Use the alumni tool, as I've stated, to see what previous graduates have done with their degree. See what skills are important for the jobs you are interested in. While building your network, don't forget to view others' profiles so you can see how they've reached their goals and see if it's something that you need either a further professional qualification or maybe they gained some further volunteering relevant experience or some part-time work during their studies. See what impact it has on their career progression and see if it's something you can do. It's an easy way to connect someone working at an employer of interest to you. To reach out and ask for advice, or maybe see if it's possible to arrange a work shadowing visit. This is something that you can include on LinkedIn or on your CV as well, and it's all beneficial. If you can gain any relevant experience to include on your CV and LinkedIn, it's all a big plus point. So, top tips. Add LinkedIn URL to your CV and applications. Build your network over time. Remember, it's about quality, not quantity. See LinkedIn as an aspirational tool. Use a professional photo and connect with relevant BCU alumni. Okay, so that's the end of our LinkedIn session. So thank you for listening to our session. You may already be aware that the Careers Plus team are currently working from home due to the ongoing situation. But that doesn't mean that you can't gain our support that we offer. If anything, we believe this is actually easier than ever before. So you can access all of our services via the careersplus.bcu.ac.uk website. If you'd like to book an appointment with one of the team, simply select the Book an Appointment tab. Our appointments are currently run via Teams, but if you're having any technical difficulties with Teams, please let us know and we can happily arrange a phone call for you or some other method that is suitable to you. If you'd like to submit documents for checking, you can do so via the Submit a Query tab within that site. If you're having any problems with the above, please email us directly on cbcareers@bcu.ac.uk. So moving forward, we'll be holding live Q&A sessions regarding the LinkedIn, but also the other sessions I talked about at the beginning, so CV, covering letters, application forms, and they'll be happening on most Mondays and Wednesdays moving forward. So please keep an eye out for further details about these. Okay, so looking forward to hearing from you soon. Take care. Bye.